The secret game night trap that exposed my daughter's fiance. My daughter, Avery, brought home this guy named Julian, a high-powered corporate lawyer. On paper, the guy was a saint. He volunteered at animal shelters, brought my wife vintage wine, and never stopped talking about how much he valued fair play and honesty in his career. But I've been a high school principal for 25 years, and I know a textbook golden boy act when I see one. Julian was too polished. So, I decided to test his true character using our family's ultimate tradition, family board game night. We set up a massive, high-stakes strategy game. It's a game of resource trading and hidden cards, perfect for seeing how someone handles pressure. But before we started, I set a little trap. I intentionally left a cheat sheet of secret game rules and a stack of extra resource cards hidden right inside the game box lid, perfectly visible only from where Julian was sitting. Halfway through the game, Avery and my wife went to the kitchen to grab some homemade peach cobbler, leaving just me and Julian at the table. I pretended to get a very important phone call, stood up, and walked around the corner, but I kept my eyes glued to the reflection in the dark television screen across the room. The second the women left the room, Julian's elegant posture vanished. He didn't just glance at the hidden cheat sheet. He quickly slipped 3 of the extra resource cards right under his thigh, cheating his way to an advantage. Then, our old blind golden retriever bumped into his leg, begging for a scrap of food. Julian didn't pet him. Instead, he bared his teeth, gave the dog a sharp, aggressive shove with his elbow, and muttered, "Get away from me, you stupid mutt." A minute later, the family returned with dessert. Julian instantly flipped the switch back to perfect gentleman, smiling and thanking my wife for the cobbler. As the game resumed, Julian played his stolen cards with a smug grin, executing a move that completely wiped out Avery's progress in the game. He laughed, patted her hand, and said, "Better luck next time, babe. It's all about strategy." That was my cue. I stood up, reached right under Julian's thigh, and pulled out the remaining stolen cards. The room went dead silent. Julian's face turned bright red. He stammered, "Wait, sir, I was just holding those for the next round. It was a joke." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "The cards were a test, Julian, but shoving my dog under the table, that was your real character. Game over. Pack your bags." Avery looked at her dog, then at Julian's guilty face, and immediately pointed to the front door. Now, Avery is dating a guy who works at a local state park. He plays board games terribly, loses almost every time, but he spends half the night on the floor, letting our old dog sleep on his feet.